Hi, I'm Vicky. What's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Was it hard to find my office?
No, it wasn't.
Well, that's good. So Aaron, I just want to go over what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk for about 15 minutes about what you came in for.
Okay.
And one of the biggest things I want you to know is confidentiality is one of the biggest things here. Whatever you say won't go out of this room.
Okay.
So what did you come in for today, Aaron?
Well, I'm having trouble in school. I can't really keep up with my work, and I'm not really delegating my time correctly. So I don't know what to do with that.
What's one of the things that you do to try to keep up with your work? I mean, when you do keep up with it.
Oh man, I don't even, I'm not even sure where to start, cause there are little things that just distract me. Like I'll put the distractions away. I won't listen to music. I'll have a quiet room, but for some reason there's just something that triggers, and I just don't want to do homework, and I just can't focus. And like even if I try to focus, I can't.
What's something in the past that you have done to try to focus?
Well, before I'd either like go out and just do some exercise or run, um, maybe clean my room. That just clears my head and just has like a super clean workspace. But there's just times where I just feel like I can't concentrate.
Okay. So what I'm getting so far is that you're having problems in school because you can't focus and you can't
Yeah.
concentrate because you have so much going on and you don't really want to do homework.
Exactly.
Okay. What do you do in your free time that keeps you away from your homework?
Oh man, I love sports. Football, basketball, baseball, softball, anything sport related. I enjoy doing. I love doing. Um, what else? There's a lot of things that I enjoy doing. Drawing. Um, right now I'm an architect major, so there's a lot of drawing that I have to do. I have to do like 5 hours of drawing a week, which is fun. But when it's mandatory for me to do, I feel that I have an obligation to do it, and it kind of just like feels like there's another thing added to my plate, and that's what kind of like I just see my plate getting more and more full, and that's what kind of just like discourages me from like staying focused. Like I see I have all this to do, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna push that aside, and I'm gonna do other things.
So when your plate gets full, you get kind of stressed, maybe
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay. What's something that you do sometimes maybe to relieve your stress? When you have that stress build up.
Oh man, I have to. I can't be in my room. I kind of just have to like go out and just walk by myself, clear my head. Um, just take time out and not even think about it.
Okay. Um, have you ever maybe when you're relieving your stress, try to then go back to your homework?
At times, but then sometimes when I do go back to my homework, sometimes it helps a lot, and other times it kind of just like since I feel so relaxed, I kind of just don't want to go back to the homework because I don't want to feel that stress again.
Uh, um, can you explain this? What kind of stress you're feeling? Like,
It's not the stress like I have too much,
hmm
but like it's the stress like sometimes I don't understand what the work is asking me to do, and the way I am, I don't like to ask for help. I like to do things on my own, and so like when I don't understand it, I kind of just want to just push it away and just leave it as long as possible, so I don't have to do it. And like that stress of like I know I still have to do it, but I don't want to do it is that's what stresses me.
hmm do you come around to finishing it? Before it is due.
Um, Most of the time, yes. There are some occasions where I don't get to finish, so I kind of I don't get to finish, so I kind of just like leave it and hope that the teacher will help me out with it right before I have to turn it in.
Do you ever get help from a tutor or anything?
I don't.
No. Okay.
No.
So, one of the big things that I'm hearing is that you push it aside if it gets you stacked up with too much and everything. Is this happening in all your classes or?
Oh no, this is not happening in all my classes. This is only like a select few, because what I'm majoring in, I haven't had prior experience in at all, so I didn't understand the things that I was going into. Where most of my classmates have done things of that nature before, and so like I feel like they're ahead of me, and that's kind of like holds me back from like asking questions because I'm like, oh man, I don't want to seem like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hmm. What I'm gonna ask you a question on like a scale of 1 to 10 of how like stressed you get if it does all pile up. Like 1 being not really stressed and 10 being like really really stressed.
I'd say about 7, but it depends on how much I have. Like if I know I have like tests and projects and things, that's when it gets pretty high. But other than that, when it's just homework, I'm not really that stressed, and I can just like put it aside, and then I'll work on it when I have the time, when I have the free time.
Hmm. What's something that maybe you think that you could do to relieve your stress?
Um, I can go slower. I could take my time in the things that I do, and not try to rush through the homework so I can do other things. I just stay focused on one thing at a time and take it one step at a time.
You know, you were saying that you like sports and you go out and play sports. You know, kind of to relieve your stress, or
Yes.
just to
Just
okay.
yeah, just to like have fun.
And that's always a good thing. I think that going out and playing sports is helpful. So, in your classes, when you get assigned the homework, do you get stressed straight away, or is it like
Oh no,
after it like?
it's kind of like I don't get stressed until I start doing the homework
Okay.
and I don't understand what it's asking me to do. Like there's some parts where like I can understand all of the homework and I'll get it all done, but there's other parts where there'll be like a specific question that'll just trip me up, and I will stay on that question, and I won't be able to finish. And so I'm not stressed until like I see what I have to do, and like if I can't do it or I don't understand it, that's kind of what stresses me out.
What's your biggest class that you get like the most homework in?
Um, Probably architectural drafting, but a lot of that is in class work and it's done on the computer. So I have to make sure that the time that I spend in class is well spent because I only have that time. Because once I'm out of that class, there's no other computers or any systems here that allow me to do the work that I can do on those computers. So I have to get it all done in that specific time frame. But that work isn't like the difficult. It's not like super difficult. Like I understand how to do it. It's just that it's time consuming,
Mhm.
and I need to get it done within a certain amount of time.
Do you get stressed under pressure because you only have a certain amount of time?
No, actually, I like the pressure because I feel like I have to work harder for it, like when I'm in that pressure situation. But I don't like having that pressure as in that if it doesn't get done, I'm the one suffering because I couldn't finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the pressure of like, okay, I need to get it done, and I can work hard, and it feels like I'm working harder. I just don't like that feeling that like I don't think I can get it done.
Why don't you think you can get it done sometimes?
Uh, I make it bigger in my head than what it really is.
What's usually the thoughts that are running through your head when you're making it, you know, a bigger issue than what it really is?
Oh wow, that I wish I could tell you. Um, as what goes through my head is kind of like you have this to do, and I don't stay focused on it, and I just kind of like take the small little things and add that on top and add it on top and add it on top until it's just like this huge pile of things that I think that I have in front of me when I just could take one step at a time.
Aaron, we're gonna try something really quick. We're gonna do something called an eco map,
Okay.
and an eco map is where we put your problem in the middle of the circle,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna make circles outside of that, saying of
Like a web.
what things kind of like a web
Okay.
that are kind of like causing you to have this problem kind of thing.
Okay.
So your problem is like, you know, just like work, right? Like
Mhm.
work with studying and everything. So what's one thing that, you know, keeps you from maybe doing your homework sometimes?
The fact that I don't want to do it.
Okay, that's one. And what do you do when like you're not doing your homework? Like something that maybe takes up your free time so you don't do your homework.
Oh man, I'm usually playing sports, working out,
Sports.
doing something.
Okay. Do you hang out with friends at all or
Oh
anything?
yeah, all the time.
Okay. Is there anything that that makes you want to do your homework? Like, is there any driven drive to want to do it, or you just
Yeah,
when it all piles up, you just don't want to do it?
No, what makes me want to do my homework is the motivation to keep good grades because this place isn't cheap. And I know that I have that. Not only me but my parents are working hard for me to stay here, and that's a big reason why I want to work hard and get good grades, and that's my biggest motivation to do work. So that's why, like, when even if I don't understand some of the work that I'm doing, it still pushes me to keep trying because of how hard my parents and I have worked for me to be at this place.
Okay, so we went over that you have sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So that's why you're ending up with a lot of work studying. You go play sports when you're not doing your homework. You hang out with friends, but you want to have the motivation to do your homework because you and your parents both want you to get good grades.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So now, what's something that you think that you could place in between all of these that gives you motivation, but you still have time to hang out with friends and play sports, but at the same time, you would have time to do your homework?
Wow. I'm not sure. I think if I scheduled my time better, if I could see how I'm using my time, I know that I could use it better, because when I'm just kind of out there just relaxing, wasting time, doing whatever, I don't really pay attention to how much time I'm spending doing what. So like if I'm playing sports, like I know it says time flies when you're having fun, but like when I'm playing sports, I don't pay attention to the time, and that's why the time flies. But when I'm doing homework, I kind of just like keep my eye on the clock, and I just keep looking over, and I keep looking over. I do a problem, I look up at the clock, and I feel like I'm spending so much time doing homework, but I'm spending more time looking at the clock than I do staying and studying or looking over my notes.
Okay, so what I'm getting from just this eco map is that when you're not doing your homework, like I said before, you're playing sports, you're hanging out with friends, but one of the main things you want to do your homework and you want to study to get good grades and to because it costs and it's expensive and you want motivation.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you said that scheduling you could maybe try to do to help you be able to have more time to study and everything. Is that kind of what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. For scheduling, do you usually have schedules throughout your day?
I have schedules, but I made them in my head, and that's the thing that kind of messed me up because I don't always remember. And that's why I said that, like, if I had a hard piece of paper that had my schedule on it, I feel that just by looking at it and seeing what time it was, I can kind of just schedule my time and have the time to study for architectural drafting or accounting or any of my other classes.
Okay. So now, like you said, you kind of said like organization and maybe scheduling. Is that something that you would try to do maybe to try to help you to get studying in and everything?
Yeah, I would love to do it. One thing, for some reason, like with the sports and things like that, I just felt like, okay, well, I'm doing this right now, so I don't have to worry about that. I can make that later, and I keep postponing it. And I think that I need to just go ahead and make that schedule as soon as possible and just get it done and have it up so I can see what I can do and when I have free time so I can hang out with my friends and then I can play sports and things like that and work out.
I think that's a really good idea. So if you would try that, that'd be really good, and we can come back maybe for another session and see how it goes.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Thank you very much.